Viewer discretion is advised. David Chalfant joins a long list of liars that are associated with Derion Vince. I am willing to make a bet that this weasel overheard the conversation between Quanell X and Derion Vince. And when Derion Vince's new attorney came in, Derion and Quanell, this weasel told Quanell that he had the information prior to it being told to Quanell X. And this guy is nothing but a liar. He just received 25 years for aggravated robbery. So he's not a rich person. He's looking for a payday. He's already made conflicting statements that I will get to later. But this guy is nothing more than a liar. Everyone associated with Derion Vince is a liar, including his new attorney. Because what do attorneys do? Lie, deceive, and look for loopholes to get people off that they know are guilty. When Chalfant first came into the scene, my question was, who is this guy? Where the hell did he come from? How did he even get a chance or the opportunity to speak with Derion and Quanell, to tell this long-ass lie? You have to remember that Quanell X said he was not going to tell everything that Derion Vince told him. But a person sitting next to Derion Vince would have overheard that. And so now he is telling what he heard, not what was told to him. If a person has never been to jail, they should not say what goes on in jail. People are always talking about what the law says. But I can assure you, when you go to prison, that does not apply. Oh, he's supposed to get out every day. They don't let you out every day unless they want to let you out. So if a person has never been to jail, they should be the last person to make comments about what happens in jail. They should just shut up and listen and try to learn something. This is a high-profile case. Derion Vince is watched 24 hours a day. And because of the severity of this case, certain things Derion Vince just can't have. Pencils, pens, things of that nature. And as I said, you are constantly watched. They would not let Derion Vince pass a note to Chalfant. They would have taken that note, looked at it, and if that was on a note about him, the Arkansas and Feeder Road, all this type of stuff, the deputies would have turned it over to their superiors. Chalfant is nothing but a liar. And most people have not been to jail. So they don't know whether or not, if this guy's lying. They don't know nothing about contraband. There's a lot of things people that haven't been to jail don't know about what goes on in jail. And so forth, they pass the notes with a guy like Derion Vince. He's not going to pass no notes. And if he's so hungry and doesn't have food. Where is he going to get the paper sack from to write the note on? Where did he get the ink pen from? Or a pencil? Stop believing everything you hear, especially from a person that has no good credibility. When certain people try to make statements, they ask, is the guy credible? What makes this punk credible? When this guy, Chalfant, started running his mouth, the judge should have issued a gag order like he did when people started talking about the CPS. Vince's lawyer has to be looking for some type of loophole, because why would he even let this get out? This is more proof that Derion Vince killed Malia Davis. So how is this man really working for Derion Vince by allowing Chalfant to make these damaging statements? All of these statements that Chalfant is making is what he overheard being discussed between Quanell X and Derion Vince. Quanell X just gave bits and pieces. But this bum, because he has nothing to lose, is telling it all, everything he heard. The reason Chalfant made this claim about Malia having the flu is because it is known that when Craig Davis went to visit Malia Davis the day she came up missing, Derion Vince told Craig Davis that Malia had the flu. This man is not so smart, and I am smarter than you, sir. Chalfant said Vince told him she died from the flu in her sleep. And he supposedly replied to him that nobody's going to believe that. There are pictures of her walking behind you. She wasn't sick. And as I said, Chalfant has been keeping up with the case like everyone else. They do allow you to read the newspaper and to watch the news in prison. So he's saying something that is already known. Everyone has seen those timeline photos of Malia walking to the apartment and of Derion Vince leaving the apartment with the basket. We've all seen those photos. And so has David Chalfant. Chalfant said he asked Derion Vince, why did he hide the body? Why would he ask that? That is a question, that's a statement from Derion Vince's attorney. This dumb rube, David Chalfant, don't have sense enough to ask those type of questions. And who said that he hid the body? He disposed of the body. So this guy, some people, when they overhear conversations, they listen too hard to where they start adding things that don't make sense and just don't add up. Now, I believe that Quanell X may have asked him, why did you hide the body? And he came up with this reply, but I don't believe that David Chalfant had this discussion with Derion Vince. What I'm wondering to myself is, he said that there were other inmates up there that used to curse Derion Vince out. Well, ask them, what do they have to say? Ask them about this meeting. Ask them, did they overhear the conversation between Derion Vince and Quanell X? This reporter that wrote this article is trying to make Derion Vince sound believable. This is what they wrote. visibly emotional. He said, "Do you mean they may not have a cause of death? Does that mean he won't be charged with murder?" Why? I mean, now he's a forensic expert. Now he knows that because the body was run over by a lawnmower, that they won't be able to find out the cause of death. If he was that damn smart, why was he trying to rob people? Chalfant made one statement, and then he came back and made another one. That just, it was like confirmation that this guy is a liar and just cannot be trusted. Chalfant says he believes Quanell X was brought in to prevent him from qualifying for the reward money offered for finding the little girl. David Chalfant, you are a liar. Because originally you said that coming forward was the right thing for him to do, and that he wanted no part of any reward. He said, "I'm a criminal, and I've done some things, but that's a 4-year-old baby." That's what he said. But now you are saying that Quanell X came forward to keep you from getting the money. And you and this court-appointed attorney you have thinking that you and him can get this money and split it. Just hold on to this lie. Who's going to know? I say question those other prisoners so that we can catch this attorney and this punk in this lie. Chalfant said that he intended to keep a small portion of the reward and return the rest to the people who pledged cash to bring her home. Man, you full of it. And I hate to tell you, we just not gonna go for those type of lies. We're not going for it. The DA is not going for it. The judge is not going for it. We just not going for it. You might as well get ready to take your behind on to where you going. Because what people don't realize, this man has just got 25 years. And by him making these allegations now, that put a stop on him getting shipped out. So now he's still sitting around here in Harris County jail. When I found out that an attorney named Derion and Quanell chose to represent Derion Vince, I knew that this man was lower than a snake. What attorney in their right mind and conscience would pick up that case pro bono? To this guy Quanell, it is nothing but a job. It's about winning. Everybody needs representing. Whatever little money that Quanell gets from representing Derion Vince, I hope you spend that money wisely, because I don't really see anyone else ever calling you to represent them. Maybe you're going to try to pull a Brittany Bowens thinking you're going to get some kind of book deal. I'm hoping that you will go down in shame. I pray that the district attorney is a good one, and that they will mop the floor with you, as well as all of the people that are involved with harming this child. It should not have happened, and it happened, and people are trying to get people off. the people who are directly involved. And I have a problem with that. CPS has a long history of failing black people. I don't know how many times things like this has happened. CPS is called out. They see problems and they find reasons to overlook these problems and put the children back into harm's way. When people say this whole system needs to be torn down and redone, that is why people keep making this statement. We keep saying the same thing. The system is not working. It only works for certain people. And if you don't have no money, only God can help you. So I'm praying that not only will Brittany Bowens, Derion Vince, and the people that help them, as well as the CPS worker, I hope they all get some time. Because this is happening too much and we're getting too many spanks on the wrist. The reason it doesn't stop. If HPD had knowledge beforehand about where Malia was located, and they just procrastinated and did nothing, they should be held responsible and punished. Their job is to serve and protect. But they don't really serve and protect because they always come after the effect, after a crime is being committed. So there's no prevention. When I was younger, before CPS, a parent could be beating the smack out of a child. A neighbor would call the police. The police would come, see the abuse, but turn around and say, this is a family issue, and leave. I'm starting to believe that they are starting to have these type of reactions to what happens to black people again. I know other people get harmed. I've seen all races of people get harmed. But I've seen other races get justice. But when it comes to black people, there's no justice. And what happened to Malia Davis should not have happened. The people responsible for putting her back in the home should be held responsible. And Brittany Bowens, she has to be held responsible. Derion Vince, who in my heart feel killed Malia, he definitely should be held responsible. It's almost July, and I want to know, how long do we have to wait before Malia Davis gets justice?